but it was gone. And I had other things to do, for I knew I must do something with the body, and quickly. Suddenly, I noted a place in the wall of the cellar where stones had been added to the wall to cover an old fireplace which was no longer wanted. The walls were not very strongly built, and I found I could easily take down those stones. Behind them there was, as I knew there must be, a hole just big enough to hold the body. With much effort, I put the body in and carefully put the stones back in their place. I was pleased to see that it was quite impossible for anyone to know that a single stone had been moved. Days passed. Still, there was no cat. A few people came and asked about my wife, but I answered them easily. Then one day, several officers of the police came. Certain that they could find nothing, I asked them in and went with them as I searched. Finally, they searched the cellar from end to end. I watched them quietly, and, as I expected, I noticed nothing. But as they started up the stairs again, I felt myself driven by some unknown inner force to let them know, to make them know, that I had won the battle. "The walls of this building," I said, "are very strongly built. It is a fine old house." And as I spoke, I struck with my stick that very place in the wall behind which was the body of my wife. Immediately, I felt a cold feeling up and down my back as we heard, coming out of the wall itself, a horrible cry. For one short moment, the officers stood looking at each other. Then, quickly, they began to pick at the stones, and in a short time, they saw before them the body of my wife, black with dried blood and smelling of decay. On the body's head, its one eye filled with fire, its wide open mouth the color of blood, sat the cat, crying out its revenge. The end.